No.
All the sounds are right.
So,
Well, Crash might not get this because he's a musically ungifted heathen. But
this is true. Like, I don't deny it. I'm not proud of the sense I don't know music.
Now, this is a debate.
It's as fast as lightning.
Can you kung fu fight, or is the kung fu fight in you all along?
Dun dun dun. Dragana asking the truly.
Depends on if you're Asian or not. We're naturally gifted.
it's in the blood.
Yeah, it's in our blood.
Because apparently
But-
every Chinese baby just knows how to kick ass.
Yep.
But I'm Serbian and I can't squat. Does that mean I'm adopted?
You gotta go
That's my mom.
you mean you gotta go to ancestry.com to find out
Oh my
about your
fucking
lineage.
goodness.
No, Dragana, you must be a changeling.
Oh, there you go. You haven't hit the point where you can choose.
That would explain everything. I'm the only
I would
redhead.
recommend not asking your mom. Save yourself some hurt feelings.
Man, guess Fred's not the only fairy. I mean, I'm a fairy too, but
Well, now it's
And what
awkward.
were you a fairy? I thought you were an eldritch being.
fairies are eldritch beings.
Oh.
Look, Crash is like his own separate situation entirely.
Yeah.
I'm an AI/fairy. I'm both.
Cyber fairy?
Multiverse.
Isn't that actually something in whatever that thing is called? Shadowrun?
Probably.
Yeah.
But Shadowrun's a pain in the ass. Anyways, so let's start this off. You guys, not at the same time because that would be a bit impossible and freaky. But over the course of a couple of minutes, you all hear at your respective doors. I almost knocked over my coffee canister. That would have been bad. Worth it though. Anyways, you guys all hear on your doors respective heavy knocks. And then Connor shouting, half shouting, through the door. Wake up. A few moments just to see if the shouting and the knocking did anything. You guys are all relatively easy to stir people, such as the Wave Adventurers. And at listening and hearing, he just continues. Meet me in the room at the end of the hall for breakfast. And then, gone. You all get this.
Honestly, if he did all of our doors at once, I wouldn't be surprised. It's Connor.
She has just some fairy ability that just yeah.
No, he put like small bombs on them so they all knock at the same time.
No, I don't think he wants to blow up his friends.
Not blow up, just
What
like
is-
a little cherry
Where
bomb.
does Connor get this shoes of sonic speed?
I didn't say he does this at the same time, you idiot.
This is fun. Okay, so we all meet up in the room at the end of the hall, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, some of you. Well, let's do a quick check here. Some of you don't wake up alone. First off. Oh, what was that? Was that Chin? We got something in your throat or something?
No. Something. Sorry, my brain instantly went to the worst jokes.
I imagine.
Anyways.
Let's start with the most sane of the people not alone in their rooms. Let's start with Aldrich.
Fair.
So yeah, Aldrich, you hear the slamming.
The instant I hear the slamming, I'm out of the bed. I'm standing on the floor, sword drawn, and ready to stab whatever's on the other side.
Damn! Aldrich, don't fuck around.
You hear Connor's voice ring through, and then that settles you down, knowing that it's not some intruder on the other side. It's Connor.
Be right there.
All right. Owen and Danaway are just waking up. Danaway has not as quick as you, but a similar reaction of she has like her sword just in both hands, like ready to bull charge the door, just running anything down between her and the door, and on anything on the other side of the door.
Was Aldrich like even sleeping that night?
He was like half sleeping,
Eh.
sleeping with an eye open, so to speak. Meanwhile, in Soris's room, you
Yeah,
see
probably
a
something like
large
that.
array of plates that you ate last night, and you're like, yeah.
Breakfast time. Before I go down to his room, I order like at least 10 more plates of everything to go to his room.
What
I imagine it's similar to like, it's probably like a card or something that you just punch holes in and then just slip it and then away it
It's
goes.
just a small lining of the card left.
There's like all the holes are punched out and you're just like, boop. So, Soros, you leave your door and head out. After, you know, getting properly dressed and cleaned and groomed, so to speak.
Obviously.
Let's see. Seema, you're the only one, I think. No, wait, no, you have coin. Still coin.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
You
hear
always sleep in my bed.
Just so I want to say to all of you, these are some damn comfortable beds. Those of you that actually slept in them. I know Audrey slept on the floor of Owen's room. But hey, for the rest of you, they're damn fine beds. Let's see. Cares, you awaken with Nevi.
You never answered me. Is Nevi a big spoon or a small spoon?
That's right. Imagination. And just give neutral responses that could equally accommodate both of them.
Very fair. I think we just get dressed and, like, silently. I wouldn't say anything. Just be like, good morning, and, you know, get
Because this is not working. To Europe.
Am I cutting out or am I too silent?
No, I think it's just on Crash's end.
Okay.
Welcome to Western Europe.
Ugh.
Born and raised? No, I'm Middle Europe. Forget it.
Is everything gray?
No, this is Western Europe, so we still got some color. Like France and Spain. Not Britain, though.
Britain is Western Europe.
Yeah, but they don't have color.
Oh. Well,
They
damn.
have sad existences.
They have Earl
Fair,
Grey
we left
tea.
Brexit. You know, you have to be in Europe to have color. It's European Union gives off the color cards. I think we just get dressed and leave. I wouldn't have to say anything to Nevi.
Alright, fair enough. And last, but certainly not least, Chedamir. You awaken, and Anoa is still there.
Yay. Does she wake up
Scroll
when
down.
Connor bangs on the door?
Not really. You can tell she's awake, but she's just not getting up.
She doesn't have to.
Here's the thing. Okay, well, let's
Here's the thing.
talk. Here's this talk. As if this is some sort of role-playing game. That sounds silly, right? She eventually, at you stirring and getting up yourself, she comes to and does so as well. Stretches.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Down to the end of the hall, then.
As if you want to come along, sure.
Oh, but I have no choice in the matter, Chedamir. Connor gave an order through the door to go meet him at the end of the hall. And she gives a wicked smile.
You know for a fact he was not. Damn it!
Oh, but he said it to everyone in the room.
I can't even be mad because technicalities, it does work. Crap. All right, fine.
Let's go, man.
Sure. Out again, Crash. You fucking knew. You said that.
This gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Can we just say that Chedamir was the last one to come in?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Certainly. So, I would say that you guys all roughly get up at the same time. Like, I don't imagine it takes any of you that particularly long, especially with some magics and things like that, to prep yourself. So you always all come out into the hallway, seeing each other. You all notice that Aldrich and Dan were in Owen's room, or came out from Owen's room, which is like... It's not surprising, given the security detail Owen requires, but at the same time, something to note.
My assumption.
Let's see.
By the way,
You know,
Chimera would probably be holding Anella's hand.
Oh, and Noah would have her arm hooked around yours. Don't
That
worry.
works too.
Let's see. You also notice Cares emerging from Nevi's room. What earned that?
I have my suspicions about you.
Did you say that out loud or think?
Oh, absolutely.
All out loud.
I would just shrug my shoulders.
And then, of course, you all notice Cheddar having, from seemingly nowhere, why is Anella here? Around, arms hooked together.
Fucking course. Chimera is actively avoiding eye contact from everyone.
Oh boy.
So
You
Cheddar,
didn't get-
how was dinner last night?
I like how you're doing a walk of shame, but you didn't even get laid.
What? Why didn't she get late?
I mean,
I love
why?
this thought.
She didn't.
So yeah, Cares was prepared for this moment and just yells, Cheddar, how was dinner last night?
Did you guys eat
Do I
something
have to
last night?
say that Chenemir is just completely beat red, or is that just an assumption at this point?
I mean, it's an assumption, but it's good that you still say it nonetheless. Sometimes a little redundancy is necessary for these awkward walk of shame moments, you know. I think it's all,
It's not.
all
It's
fine and
not
good.
a walk of shame. It's just Chenemir does not.
The
want
way
to
you're
talk.
acting, it sort of is.
Fair. Okay, yeah, fair.
It makes it a walk of shame.
And Noah greets you all with a, for her standards, warm smile. Good morning, all of you.
See you again.
She smiles widely. Saurus, that doesn't sound very sincere.
No, it doesn't. This is what this is about.
Your sincerity?
Without a Fae.
I didn't hear what you said, you cut out.
Just thought we might be able to do one day without a Fae.
Well, this is hardly my fault. I was summoned. And she looks at Chenemir.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, totally. We should go do the thing now.
I think you already did the thing.
No, not the fucking son of a.
I think that's a fair point.
How do I keep walking into those one-liners?
Well, it's certainly a morning. Anilla.
Aldrich nods her head and gives you a smile. How's the blade?
Useful.
Excellent to hear. Now then, she gestures grandly towards the double doors at the end of the hall. To breakfast?
I run there and open the door. And just like,
You sprint over there. Okay. So, Karis runs past all of you, goes to the double doors at the end of the hall. Grandly wide and tall and ornate. Well polished. You throw open the doors. And you're greeted by, this is a, I'll describe it. It's a room that I would, in my own mental mind image, divide into three parts. There's a left and right side and a center area, like a center aisle, I guess. The left and right sides go up to second floors to places you can't see. And towards the opposite end from the door where you're just open, there's a very wide, sort of tall, it's a sort of this oval-line window that looks out sort of onto the lake, but mostly just past it and across the landscape. On the long table, which occupies this center aisle area, there is a wide variety and large amount of assorted foods. Mostly breakfast. Some, well, you can eat breakfast at any time, and you can eat anything for breakfast, so, that sort of deal. As well as copious amounts of not alcoholic drinks necessarily, though I'm sure there's one or two around. But, juices, other sort of drinks. I don't know, some sort of non-alcoholic fruit punch, I don't know.
Yeah, I go to the first thing of alcohol, like drink.
No, I would like to. Is Connor inside?
Well, let me finish.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, yeah. How can I forget God's gift to mankind? There's also coffee.
Perfect.
Fuck yeah. You see Connor sitting there. He's reading something you guys haven't, or those of you city slickers, aka all of you except Chedamir, haven't seen in a while. A newspaper. Surprise, surprise.
What the shit? There's newspapers?
Newspapers are, they're not as big as newspapers have in like modern day. They're more like smaller pamphlets, but they're still, printed and things like that.
News brochures.
I would like to be totally.
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so he's reading over this news pamphlet, sitting at not the head of the table on the opposite end, but a couple of chairs down from it. But he's not alone.
Shit.
Sitting across from him are two individuals, one of which Aldrich recognizes.
And the other cares, right?
Well, they're both like hooded in mask, so you don't know. But yeah, sitting across from Connor are two darkly dressed individuals, dressed in his fine leathers and things like that. That's seen some use. The one Aldrich remembers from last night is this individual who, despite all the leather and some plate pieces, on elbow and things like that, just sort of improved armoring. He also has like a sort of this front face plate helmet, which is just sort of shrouded in hood and cloak. And similar to last night, Aldrich, this individual is just twiddling an arrow idly between his fingers and his two hands. And the other one is just partaking in some sort of coffee, looking out the window.
It might be obvious to everyone, but Owen would definitely notice my facial expression changing.
Even though there's people inside, I would like to just when I open the door, just panically yell inside, and just go, Connor, come quick! Chedamir consumed something from the Feyland.
Connor's just reading the newspaper, and as you say this, he doesn't do anything. He continues reading, not giving a shit.
Cheddamir's just laying her head on Anella's shoulder at this point.
She's patting her head with her other arm.
I prepared a bunch of them.
This is so much worse than I could have imagined.
And then Connor finally, after just a few seconds to just show how little he gives a shit, he actually finally turns to look at you, and he sees all of you. Owen and Danaway included, of course. And, of course, Anella. To which he sees Anella and he quirks an eyebrow. Anella smiles widely, unhooks from your arm, Chedamir, and does a courtly bow before him. As requested, show up at the end of the hall for breakfast. Connor just reaches out to a mug and just... his
completely
eyes
unfazed.
Slowly shift from looking at Noah to at you, Chedamir. Just slowly, glacially going over between the two of you. And he just stares at you for a few moments.
Chedamir just stands there like a fucking deer in the headlights. It's I don't know how to react right now.
You hear someone trying to stifle some laughter coming from the individual looking out the window.
Mm.
Connor?
Aye.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't stab this man through his guts.
You have to look at the guy. I mean, you can certainly try, but I put my bets on him personally. That being said,
I do too.
I don't know what your beef is with him, but he's the person with information about our job.
Well, I suppose introductions then. Her name is Sorth. Glad to meet you. You must be Cedric?
Better! We're going back to US East.
Yay! Connectivity issues.
Why is Discord being such a butt today?
Because
All right.
narrative, man.
Because yeah, you're right. How silly of me. I didn't hear anything you said. I knew you were saying something, but I didn't hear any of it.
I said, well, let us do introductions then. My name is Source, and I'm assuming you must be Cedric.
The guy turns from looking at the party to Connor. Connor just still coffee mug in one hand, news brochure in the other, just shrugs. Take a sip of his coffee. He turns back to look at you and nods.
It is a pleasure to finally meet you two.
Aww. The individual looking out the window turns around, faces her companions as well as you guys. Surprise, surprise, I don't think any of you were doubting it. It is your red-haired, lovely individual. And she is quite lovely.
I
You talked
knew
to
there
them?
was something up with you.
Duh. I mean, it was classic novel book technique, bumping into someone. I mean, duh.
Seema, I told you bumping into someone is a thing people don't do.
It was fun watching you try to find me, though.
You could see us while we were doing it, and you didn't come up to us?
No. It was funny. Just watching you guys stumble around looking for me.
While reaching for the bacon and eating it, I'm just... So, were you on the roofs or underground?
Or
Roofs.
did we just walk right past you?
That too. I didn't stay in one spot the whole time. Oh, Anella, good to see you again. Anella comes up past all of you, and you know her name, so I'm just going to start using it. Valeska stands up, and the two of them give each other a hug. It's good to see you as well, Valeska. And to you, Lord Cedric. He just gives her a nod. Quiet as always, I see. That's him. Noah grabs a plate and begins assembling from this large buffet of things. Just a plate of assorted fruits, breads, meats.
Fancy things.
Not necessarily fancy things, but it's good.
Chadman wants
I'll
to sit
reach
next to
in for-
Valeska because she's fun.
She is. Are you a fae? Too?
That was a quick assumption.
How did you know?
Wait, really?
No, she's
No,
fucking lying.
No.
Okay.
But she gives you a squint.
You cut out? Sorry?
She just gives you a squint. And then her eyes go between you and to Connor, and then back to you. And then just says out loud, "Do they know?" Connor
We
nods.
do.
I met my fairy godmother yesterday. Ooh, now that must have been something.
It was something.
Did you slap the bitch? She asked Connor. he hesitates for a moment, thinking of like the best response, and he just suffices with, "No." Ah. You met your godmother yesterday? I know. I asked Connor. I believe I just said that. Yes. How is she? Still a crazy, insufferable bitch. Sounds right. Gotta gives the rest of you still standing there a look. Welcome on.
Cheddar's sitting down at this point. She's just enjoying the conversation.
He just nonchalant just flicks his hand over, gestures to the large amount of food on the table. Dig in. We'll talk after.
Munch.
Yeah, Siba fixes an obnoxiously large plate of food.
I can't.
Also, I keep feeding coin under the table.
I also keep feeding coin under the table.
This is gonna be a fat dog.
It's a wolf, thank you very much. Not just a dog, okay?
It's gonna be a fat wolf. I feel like if Cheddar doesn't eat something, she will just hear a bunch of jokes from Cares.
I mean, that's on Karis' side.
Pierce just looks at you sometimes, like out of the side eye, and chuckles a bit, but doesn't say anything.
Perfect. Anyway.
Owen is no doubt flanked by his uncle and by Danaway on the left and right side. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Forever squinting at the dude.
His name is Cedric, you know that.
I forgot his name, honestly.
Especially after you just introduced.
Look, I have the memory of a fly.
Well, I'm surprised because if you had the memory of a fly, you wouldn't know that flies have bad memory.
Mindception.
Factual memory paradox.
Memory paradox.
Dun dun dun.
Sounds like a band.
Yeah, that's my death metal band.
More like a sad indie band.
Okay, I would take that. I'll accept that. Yeah.
Here's new band project. With Owen.
There's other newspapers on the table as well. If you guys want to look at that, I don't know.
Ooh, I make a paper hat. Hat. A paper hat.
The
Yes.
little sailor hat thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Yeah, you do it.
Thank you.
Roll for hat.
And I would like to make one for Nevi.
He's like
Just
watching
the
you do this,
microphone.
like I was gonna say origami. This isn't origami technical. Paper folding.
Kind of.
Origami is a lot more intricate than just folding a sailor hat.
Baby's first origami?
Yeah.
Sure. And she didn't say anything. She was like just watching while eating.
Is she like happy, distressed, or just watching? Neutral.
Just neutral. She's like she doesn't really know what you're doing. You
Fair.
have paper and Nevros culture.
It's the best part about a newspaper is playing with it, of course. Also, I just read through it. Like, is there any mention of Heartlands or anything? And if not, I'll just won't do it.
Is there a funny section?
I'll just read you everything. You can decide what you're interested in.
Oh my god! Okay.
Okay, let's see. Front pager. Body discovered in Stone Swell Lake. That's
Nope,
the lake. Well, it's all like sort of crunched together. Like that's how newspapers are. Cleric of Archsage Vernier visiting Tirmer.
Toss it.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that the place we're in?
Yes,
Okay.
that is.
Explains why it would be in the newspaper.
Yeah, no, it just clicked.
And it is something to know that clerics of Archsage Vernier are incredibly rare. There's very few people that the all-knowing God trusts to give powers to.
We should murder him.
You can try.
Gears doesn't know that. They just want to make they just want to make paper heads.
You do know this. It's like everyone knowing who All Host Jack Sparrow and Jared Kane is. It's pretty.
Yeah, but you know how it is with newspapers. You like look through it and it's like, oh, president assassinated, and it's like, whatever.
I mean,
It's another.
Pretty sure the last time someone got assassinated, I started a world war. But hey, that's just me. Anyways, let's see. Crazed man arrested, claiming to. Oh my god. Claims he had a magnificent plan to pull the lake into a sky as a better attraction for Tirmer via a convoluted and impossible series of buckets and pulleys.
I need to meet this man.
I need to meet him. I keep this one in my pocket.
Saurus, roll me background information.
Oh, please, let this be like your cousin or something.
It's like, Seema, let's go on an adventure.
Roll 20s means.
Ooh.
Hey! Damn, 19.
That's
Crazy
fine.
man, crazy plan, impossibly lofty goals. You know who this guy is.
It's you.
You don't know shit. Get out of here. Yeah, Saurus, you know, and you can actually see as like, because Connor has always an ever attentive eye around him, even if he's like seems lackadaisical at times. You know he knows you know, and he just has a smirk on his face. And you hear him mutter under his breath, "Stupid Jaunt."
Do you think he's still there?
Probably. Would have been money. Just in the town prison. I was gonna go get him after we had a talk.
Oh yes, I think we should definitely do that.
I'm visiting the
who are you
crazy man.
talking
I want
about?
an autograph.
And Noah like looks over, like leans to her right and looks over Connor's shoulder.
Oh, no one specific. I'm sure you have to get going soon, anyways.
Okay, well
She
that's
looks surprised
suspicious.
to read.
Are we visiting the crazy man?
She gets
and
a
the
she has a
autograph?
wide, wicked smile. The Harlequin Maestro of the old craft. Now that would be something fun.
Wait, Harlequin. It's a bard.
There's more to Harlequins than being bards, cares. Especially amongst the Fae.
Dun dun dun.
That's actually really
He's the
cool.
head maestro.
Let's see. All of you roll me background knowledge. I'll give advantage to Karis and Saurus.
No, he's both
Blap.
ostentatious and eccentric.
Audric
Damn,
fails,
Seema.
Saurus succeeds, Jedamir fails, everyone else succeeds. You know through assorted stories, be it childhood fairy tales or actual study, that harlequins and bards amongst fairies are very rare because they're very important and powerful. Because as a society and people based on telling the truth by force and lying by necessity, someone that could tell a lie, quote unquote, via a story is very interesting and intriguing. So if you're called a harlequin or a bard or anything of this theatrical thespian, archetype, by a fairy, it's distinctive.
Ooh, okay. So the
Anyways.
crazy man is not just a crazy man. I really need his autograph, SARS. Who is that?
He is Nikolai Jean, the head maestro, and amongst the most powerful and respected person the world has ever known.
He's a fucking nut job is what he is.
You just see Kair's eyes glistening. Just anime style eyes. And I'm pulling Seema's shirt while she's eating.
I didn't say he wasn't that.
This
He's always been crazy. Always.
this is gonna be a very eventful day.
I'd ask what he's doing here in the Twins, but I know him, and he wouldn't give me a reason anyways.
Was he chasing a magic rabbit or something?
I'm sure he'd be
Hey,
most
you got mad again.
Cool.
Anyways, back to the newspaper.
Get out of here.
Other things include, let's see, travel ill-advised for those lacking extensive protection, as the Wayward Guard claims to have lost contact with multiple stations in the north and western and southern directions.
Toss it.
Let's see.
that makes a huge influx.
Riots in Sensig escalating in frequency and severity as Sensation Provincial Guard work to quell them.
Toss it.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. Elven riots are happening a lot these days.
Oh wait, Elvin?
Typical.
Whatever, Tom.
Nobody sensei.
Yeah. That's why the elves are treated as second-class citizens down there.
Where?
Sensei
Sensei.
got it right.
Sorry, where?
Sensig.
Oh,
It's a province.
To grovel. South of
Graffle.
Kepler?
Right.
South of the Keplins.
Oh.
Oh, north of the Kepler.
South of the Keplins.
Jeez.
Noticeably south of the Keplins.
Yeah.
I just was good for them rioting and keep on making hats.
Let's see. To Source and Sema, you know that usually when Elven riot, this isn't the first time riots happen. This isn't the first time there's Elven aggravation. Most of the time when this shit happens, they get crushed. Not quelled, crushed. And it's something of a mark of either pride or notoriety, depending on who you ask, amongst some house nobles of Sensei, in their ability to keep the peace by any means necessary. So yeah. But riots have been really bad in these past couple months. You guys all know this as doesn't matter current events. Except Chadamera, who's stuck in the north with no news. Let's see.
Local wolf attack somebody.
Royal Spy Master confirmed missing. Circumstances of disappearance being investigated.
Know where he is. Continue on.
Who said it was a he?
Ooh.
Who said it was a she? You don't know. No one knows. That's the whole point.
Am I the spy master?
No, the whole point is that no one has ever, or not no one, seldom few people have actually met the real Spy Master. It's common knowledge. It's propagated common knowledge that, yeah, sure, you're meeting with the Spy Master, sure. Are they really the Spy Master, or just someone sent by the Spy Master that they're the Spy Master? You don't know. And that's the whole point.
Ooh, okay,
No one knows.
Nice.
Let's see. Something a bit relevant to you guys. Nevros' incursion in the Hilllands halted. Nobles of the Hilllands assure that vengeance will be dealt, dividing lines shall be restored and redoubled, and things shall return to normal soon enough.
That page I crunch up and throw behind me.
Alright, the last page. Apostle Nero and the Vindicators will be traveling through the Twins soon enough, after deliberation between the nobles of Silfwall and the Hilllands.
Ooh, wonderful.
Another paper hat. Give me
many hats
paycheck
does
keeps
Care
about
make?
the crazy guy. I need an autograph.
There's other newspapers on the table. I'd say just, I don't know, like
Okay,
5.
you might get to meet Casa again.
If he's alive.
I
So,
can't see my
Cedric.
paper hat. Sorry.
He turns his head, looks at you.
Is it a habit of yours to visit young men in the night?
You see Valeska. Oh my god! Oh my god! And she slaps him on the shoulder. Oh my god, you walked right into that! Oh my god! She just gives her a cold look, and then turns back to look at you, and he shakes his head. But he speaks quietly, such is his way. Unless it's on guild business, no.
I love the dynamic of these two so much.
Ahem. She gives him a jab with her elbow. He just looks at her. What? She she rolls her hand like. What? She just straight punches him in the gut. He doesn't seem fazed by it. Like he's used to it. What? She gives this exacerbated look on her face. She's like. She leans up and whispers into it. Oh. She leans away. Yeah? Fine. He turns to look at you, Aldrich. By some advice from my partner in crime, I apologize for any troubles I gave you last night.
Don't strain
Very
yourself
well.
too much apologizing.
Him apologizing is like a lot of effort. It's like, and she holds up her hand really high, like it's like up there.
I retract my statement.
Present
Yeah, I just
party
whispered.
considered, I will accept the apology. And might I offer some advice in return?
He tilts his head expectantly.
If someone from affiliated were to visit unannounced, you've seen my temper. Next time I won't hold back. Consider it fair warning.
He nods. I can respect that. Fair enough. And he holds out a hand for you to shake.
I wait like 3 seconds, stare, then I shake it.
It's a firm shake.
Well, as I'm sure you didn't come here just for breakfast. About this business.
Before we get into that, you two are such a cute couple. And also, did you know Ariana and Duncan finally did it?
Velasquez in the middle of like.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to drink coffee.
I'm sorry, what?
There's
Connor has his own fey like wicked smirk on his face. You can't see Cedric's face. So,
because he's wearing a fucking face mask.
yeah, like a literal plated helmet. Oh wait, Garth, you mind dropping the things I sent you?
Sure, if I could find them real quick.
They're like right there in the chat.
They're like right there. I know.
I know. Anyways, no way.
Oh wait, this one.
She
Yeah,
like looks over at Connor. No way. Way. And she looks at Noah. Eyes open. Swear on your name. No way. And Noah has a wide smile. Not wicked. I swear upon my name, Valeska. Way. She grabs Cedric over there. Oh my god! It's finally happened! It's finally... She's like shaking him back and forth, but he's just like this stone being tossed around like a stress toy. He's just there. So you could just assume in the background that Valeska's just freaking out.
Yeah.
Shrieks and yelps.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Aye.
She's
It's thanks to this law, and he gestures to all of you that it happened. Valeska stops, and then stands up. Well, she's already like sort of standing up, but like she fully stands up. Well then, I never thought I'd say this, but to anyone, but thanks for sending those two up. They deserve it. Better than me and him, and she bumps her hip against Cedric's shoulder.
No, you two are adorable and perfect, and also we accept cash and magical items.
Huh?
We're registered at Magical Amazon.
We have a wish
Please.
list.
Please send your checks to the Noxalis.
I imagined that Cedric's helmet looks similar to the Dawn Guard helmet from Skyrim.
That's the other one. I couldn't find the other link.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I found it. Hopefully this.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's just this really like it's not like a moving plate helmet. It's just a straight front plate wrapped around in a hood and mask, or not like a scarf, I guess, cloak. So you can just see like the top eye area.
Well, murderous rage aside, my head feels a little clearer now that things are in order. Cedric, might I inquire as to the guild's interest in Holgan acquisition?
He looks at Velasquez. What are you looking at me for? You're the business guy between the two of us. Just shoves him. Go. The guild's interests are, well, they're curious about the current head, as I'm sure you're well familiar with her.
In a way, sure. Blood, family, what have you.
I've heard that you don't get along. Is that true?
I look at Owen.
He just sort of is pointedly not paying attention to the conversation. He's eyes directed at initially just across the table, but across the table is heavy, and then he looks down at his food instead.
This poor child.
Hypothetical question for you. If there was to ever be a vacuum, as it were, would you fill it?
Me? No. The guild, maybe. That's why I was asking Owen questions.
I'm going to
Is-
message Owen.
Alright. What do you message him?
Do you want out of the family business? Do you want to shoulder Ascari's mantle? Which is it?
Oh, please don't tell me my internet just died.
It's very quiet.
No,
Okay.
I hear you. I hear you. But my internet is kind of down. I don't know.
It's just, I was getting alerts on Roll20 saying, hey, your shit's not working. So I was like, oh, please no.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted.
Yeah. Also, Crash isn't saying anything, so I think he might have lived up to his namesake. Oh, geez, well, at least we're not really using Roll20. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. I'm just gonna message people on my thing. Okay. Well, that kind of stopped. I guess we're taking a little break.